What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Mattel WWE Elite Collection WWE Network Spotlight Bayley. And she does include entrance streamers, cape, and a hair bow. I think the entrance streamers and the cape are the same thing, but we'll find out. But anyway, here we do have Bayley in the packaging. We do have a nice image of Bayley on the side, as well as that same image on this side. We have a different image of Bayley on the back, and it says Bayley, representing the Brooklyn NXT TakeOver match when Bayley overtook Sasha Banks. This figure originated from a sculpted base upon the scanning session shown on the WWE Network's breaking ground. So, yeah, that is actually the face that... Let's actually zoom in. This is actually the face that this figure is actually based on. I don't know why they didn't give us this face. Why did they do this? I don't know. I'll get more into that on the figure. But anyway, that's Bayley for you. So what I'm going to do now is take a little break, get her opened up, and then we'll go on to the rest of her review. So sit tight, everyone. And here we have Bayley posed and out of the packaging. Before we get onto the figure, let's actually show off her accessories. She does come with two accessories, actually. She does come with this headband, much like her basic release. She has a little headband, but I don't know if it's warped or what, but it's like, you can obviously see something is not right with this headband. Surprisingly, it does fit around her head, so I'm wondering maybe this is intentional, or maybe it's just warped and it just happened to fit around her head perfectly. I don't know, but she does come with it, and like I said, it does fit around her head. Like so. And it's relatively loose, like getting it right out of packaging, it did fall on the floor and I thought I lost the little headband, but she does come with it. Moving that off to the side. Her cape is another accessory, and it's just one big piece that it does loop around both of her hands, so you just unloop it right there, right here, and then there's a little tab right here on the back. You just untab it, and it comes off, and it's made of this really soft plastic, so that's pretty good. You do see a little bit of paint errors on mine. Let's actually show that off. You can see like some of the paint peeled off right there. It is a gold plastic, so everything, all the colors are painted on. You can see there's a little bit of wear right there. But overall, good outing by Mattel. These are really soft, so you don't have to worry about them being stiff. And they do move pretty well. You can actually have her with her arms down. The only thing is that they don't lay flat, so just be aware of that. And really nice accessory. I'm liking it. So let's move the camera back out so we can go on to Bayley herself. And really nice figure. It does have a few problems. Mainly, one problem I have with it is the torso. I keep saying this with a lot of reviews. I hate this torso. For the most part, it's painted fairly well, but, and that's a big but, you can see it is sculpted, and her bare skin is painted gold. I don't know why Mattel just doesn't invest in a new torso. They need to really retire this mold and invest in a new torso, because these mold lines are getting out of hand, and they are really, really like, I can't stand seeing these mold lines, because it does throw off the paint of the figure. You can see the gold paint doesn't go all the way on this side, and it doesn't go all the way on this side, and you can even see that mold line is even more prominent against the white. So Mattel, please retire this mold. And while we're on the subject, let's have a look at that face. It does look like the image of Bayley that we saw on the back of the packaging. The only thing is the paint. The paint is a little odd on it, especially on the head, on her headband. They actually did sculpt a headband on her and then painted it. Here's the only problem with that. Here's where the sculpted headband is. Here's where the paint is. Really, really bad job going all the way around the figure. It's even on her ear. That is terrible, and I'm pretty sure all the other figures are just like that. I'm really hoping it's just mine. But I am not liking that one bit. That is terrible. The face itself is still pretty good. The paint on the eyes could have been a little better. You can see it's much better on the right eye than it is the left. Again, really hate this torso mold. Everything is painted, it's not sculpted. Really wish Mattel would actually invest in sculpting a new torso for Divas. And yes, they have done it in the past. She is wearing her Dusty Rhodes wristbands. And then we get to her legs, where this side is actually painted. Well, this one actually has this neat accessory. It doesn't come off, it's actually glued on. But they're little streamers that she had in the match, and that's pretty cool. See, this is the kind of tooling we need, which I kind of wish that they had invested a little bit more on this figure, because it is an Elite figure, and I don't know why they don't just invest more money on Elite figures. But for the most part, really nice figure, really well done. Still have my issues with the torso and that paint issue, which is pretty big. Moving on to Bayley's articulation, oh, and her hands. I can't stand these really giant mannish hands that they give Divas. It is what it is, but anyway, moving on to Bayley's articulation. Her head actually sits a little higher than the original Bayley figure. If you remember in my previous review for Bayley's basic figure, her head sat really low on her neck. This one actually does fit a little better. You can use the ball joint, so that's pretty good. Tilts left and right, up and down, spins all left and right. Her little, I want to say pigtail is a separate piece, but do not be swiveling that around. That will tear, so be cautious with it. Arms on a ball joint go out, do a full 360. She spins at the bicep, single jointed at the elbow, spins at the wrist. She has an ab joint which moves forward and back, no side-to-side movement. Waist swivel that I really, really despise. I think Mattel should just invest in a new torso right here, where the swivel is up here, not down here. And then invest in a new torso. They just need to redo the female figures, because some of them are pretty bad. But waist swivel, legs go forward, back, and out. Her hips are a little loose on mine. Insert joke here if you want. Thigh does swivel, single jointed at the knee, spins at the boot, and has a hinged ankle. So all the articulation you'd expect from a Diva figure for the Elite price. So what I'm going to do now is take a little break, get her posed up, and move on to my final thoughts. I will wrap up this review, so sit tight everyone. So here we have Bayley posed for my final thoughts. Overall, a really nice looking figure. It does have its flaws, and that's not to say that every figure is perfect, but this one does have a few flaws. A few quality control issues on mine, like the red paint, the really loose hips. You can even see that it does make my Bayley a little harder to stand because she doesn't have a solid base with those hips. But overall, really nice figure, really liking this. I'm really looking forward to an Elite Bayley figure where we get the wacky, waving, inflatable arm flailing tube man. That would be such a nice accessory to have with Bayley. And I really hope that one day we do get with a wacky, waving, inflatable arm flailing tube man just for Bayley, because that is a really funny and awesome accessory. Overall, I really do recommend this figure if you're collecting WWE figures. She is part of the Toys R Us exclusive WWE Network showcase or spotlight. So if you're looking for this Bayley, she is exclusive to Toys R Us. If you can find her, definitely pick her up. She is worth the price. I love Bayley. She's such a lovable wrestler, and I just really love watching her matches. She's so adorable. But anyway, with that being said, I'm King of Dragons 5000 saying don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to check out all my other videos, all my other WWE action figure reviews. And while you're at it, why don't you check out all my other action figure reviews? Maybe there's something you'd like. If there's something you want to see me review, leave it down in my comments. And if I can fit it in my collection, I'll definitely have a look at it. But until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.